Alstom's famous for producing the Eurostar and the TGV, but is now looking to be a world leader in wind energy. Let's find out what's in the pipeline.
We have won with our customer EDF 3 wind farms off the French coast for a total of 2 gigawatt production. We are starting now to build in France some industrial facilities to basically produce the nacelles, the blades and the towers that will be used to equip this farm. And this is a far-reaching industrial plan, and we are laying out the first stone of our 2 first facilities in Saint-Nazaire on Monday of next week. So we are just at the heart of the actuality. At the same time, the French government has announced a phase 2 for the offshore wind development in France, with another 1 gigawatt coming to the market, and that will happen between March and September of this year. And we will be bidding with our customer EDF on this second phase as well.
Along with wind, what other projects are in the pipeline for Alstom?
Okay. We have a number of projects because our ambition in renewable is to cover all technologies except photovoltaic, where we are not present, across the globe. So in hydro, which is, I would say, a very established technology, we are continuing to build a global and successful footprint by winning contracts everywhere in the world, and we have announced a few of them recently.
So give us an idea of these places.
For example, we have wind contract in Colombia, in Ethiopia, in Vietnam, maintaining a very high market share in the new market for hydro, and also expanding our footprint into Russia, where we have the plan next year to build a facility for hydro equipment. At the same time, we are developing in wind, in particular in Brazil, where we have very significant business gains that have been announced recently, and that will continue. And also we are working on the technologies of tomorrow, CSP, which is very important in this part of the world, where we have a very successful partnership around the tower technology with a US company called BrightSource, and marine energies, tidal and wave, where we invest significant money in developing those technologies.
Now, Alstom is spread across the world. You've got clients everywhere, so you've got a bird's eye view as to what people want at the moment. What is the difference between what your clients want in developed countries and emerging countries?
I think everywhere in the world we see the same request, and it's a request for affordable, reliable, clean energy. And then obviously that this is adapted depending on the resources that every specific region can bring to the table.
Are some regions, for example, more cost conscious than others?
Exactly, and some others are also conscious about the other dimension, which is bringing jobs locally.
So which countries are those?
For example, in Europe, more and more people are ready to afford renewable energy, but if this results into local job creation, which was not the case before.
How has the Eurozone debt crisis, for example, affected that region for your business?
Slowing down of projects due to lack of financing. But at the same time, as I said, it's very refreshing to come here in this part of the world where we see many projects developing. And this part of the world, I would like to point out, has always been very important for Alstom. Alstom Group employs 2,000 people around in that region, including 700 in the Emirates, with a number of very significant projects in energy and in transportation.
And just quickly back to Europe again, how much of a slowdown are we talking about? 10%, 20%?
Probably a 20 to 30% slowdown in most projects.
Let's look further into the future now. In 10 years, where will your growth markets be?
In 10 years, our growth markets will still be Europe for technologies that have to develop, like marine energies. But for the mature technologies, it will be about Asia, Latin America, and we are also a big believer at Alstom in the potential of developing Africa, in particular for renewable. I mean, now Africa has in front of it years of sustained growth, very strong demography, that will result into a higher demand of power, and this power has to be clean. And we see a strong momentum building up across Africa for hydro, for wind, and for CSP.